My life has drastically changed since we used to live here. This is kind of where running all started 6 years ago, was on this very track. This weekend I'm in Stockholm for the half marathon, which I'm really looking forward to. It marks the sort of 6 week to go until Chicago, which is a perfect time to sort of test my fitness. Over the last few weeks I've been building back from an injury, so this is going to be the first test since that hamstring tendinopathy to see how my body's feeling and where my fitness is at with 6 weeks of hard work still to come. 3, 2, 1. Today is 2 days out from the race, so I plan to do my final little workout preparations, which is going to be 2 by 1 kilometre at around threshold effort, so not too intense, followed by some quicker 400s just to get the legs turning. Back in 2019, Meg and I actually moved to Sweden, Stockholm, to this very place. We moved here because Meg got a job straight after university. At the time, I didn't have a job over here. I was just chasing the girl, if you like. When we moved here, I remember having absolutely nothing in terms of money in my bank account, and it was a really big risk, but I wanted to support my girlfriend and move here and try and make it work, and we did. Unfortunately, COVID pandemic meant we had to move back a little bit sooner than maybe we had planned. But since then, I started documenting my journey on YouTube, and yeah, it's taken me to some crazy places around the world. But it's great to come back to Stockholm where it kind of all began. At the moment, we are at the Hammarby Hayden track, which is the first experience of running on a track that I had 6 years ago. Our apartment that we used to live in is literally just behind this row of trees. I ran my first ever half marathon on this track, which is a bit of a wild accolade. I don't know why I decided to do it here. And on the night, I think I averaged around 4:08 per kilometre for a 1:28 half, which at the time I was over the moon with. Before I moved to Stockholm, I was doing a little bit of running, probably once or twice a week, and I decided, I think it was upon maybe the first or the second evening that we arrived here, that I was going to join a running club. The running club that I joined was called Sideline, and they had 4 groups of runners that were sort of paced at different abilities, and I remember starting at sort of the middle pack group, and then I slowly each week, as I got better at running, I worked my way up to the top group that was called SHYU, or it was more of a sound than a name. The reason I joined the club was to meet up new people. It wasn't really because I wanted to get fit or I wanted to become a really good runner. It was simply because I didn't know anybody in Stockholm. I soon found that I was really enjoying the training. I was going out running by myself. I started doing interval training, and that's when I sort of got more into the performance side of things. I wanted to see my 5K parkrun time come down. It started with Sideline, which was more of just a social club, and then I went out searching for a bit more of a serious club, which is when I joined an athletics club here in Stockholm, and I ended up meeting Victor, who is now my coach.
This guy is going to be fast as the wind today.
And I remember going along to my first ever club night with this new athletics club, and of course it was all in Swedish, so I had no idea what was going on. The coach was talking through the workout, but obviously I had no idea what the workout was going to be. We did the warm-up, and then the coach was like, go. And I still remember really vividly that I didn't know what the distance of the rep was. I was just going to run and keep up until somebody said stop. So I knew going into the session I had no idea what I was doing. I was just going to keep up and pretend that I belonged. Stockholm is a place that will always be special to me because it's where we lived for a year, which doesn't sound like a very long period of time, and it really wasn't. But the way living here sort of like sculptured both myself and my girlfriend's life was, yeah, really, really dramatic. We learned like the importance of work-life balance. We learned independence, and it's where I got into running. Like, I wouldn't be a runner had we not moved to Sweden. I wouldn't have started documenting my running content on social media, and yeah, it was kind of like the snowball effect, I guess. If we hadn't have moved to Stockholm, then I don't really know where my life was going. Which is pretty dramatic, but yeah, it completely changed the path of where me and my girlfriend's life went. I've never actually raced the Stockholm Half or the marathon, We were actually planning to come to Stockholm to see my coach, and it just happened to be the same weekend as the half marathon, so it couldn't have come at a more perfect time in terms of my marathon block. And I'm slowly building fitness again, having come back from a hamstring injury. I haven't actually been able to do anything faster than marathon pace for probably the last 2 months because it was like causing my hamstring to flare up a little bit. So this will be the first test at running something a little bit faster for a longer period of time. I've been doing some really good interval training in the last few weeks, so I've been running around 10k and half marathon pace, so I know that I'm comfortable running at those paces in terms of the injury, but in terms of the long period of time, the half marathon will take me around 1 hour and 10 minutes. I've not actually done an effort like that since the injury, so I'm looking forward to testing myself with 6 weeks to go until Chicago. The goal is just to go out and enjoy it. Like, the streets that I'll be running on hold a lot of memories from when we used to live here, so I'm really looking forward to the back end of the course where it runs around Södermalm, which is a place I used to run pretty much every single day, following the water. It's a really beautiful place, one of my favourite places in the world to run. I've not really got a time in mind, but I would like to run around 70 minutes for the half. Based off where I'm at, I think that should be achievable. My personal best is 66, which I think I'm a little bit off that at the moment in terms of where I'm at in my training, but I've still got 6 weeks to go until I want to peak fitness for Chicago. In the next few days, I plan to do a shakeout run, actually with my coach and his podcast called Runners FM. We're meeting tomorrow at the downtown camper for a 6-kilometre shakeout, which should be really nice ahead of the race. We'll go on a route that I'm sure I'm quite familiar with, and it'll be a nice way to just settle the nerves ahead of the race the following day, which starts at 3:30, which is going to be an interesting experience. I don't think I've ever started a race at 3:30. We're going to go to the expo this afternoon to pick up my number. I think I'm in the elite category for this race, according to my PB. I'm in that sort of A start pen, which will be really good. Try not get too carried away, because obviously there'll be a lot of runners that are 3 or 4 minutes faster than me within that category, and I need to remember where I'm at in terms of my training and not get carried away. But I'm really looking forward to being on that start line after a little time off and been itching to get stuck back into it. It is race day, or race morning, coming up to the afternoon now. The race doesn't start till 3:30, so I'm just getting everything prepped for this afternoon's race, pinning my number on, had a late breakfast to sort of prepare for it, and then we're going to head down to sort of where the race starts pretty shortly. Feeling good, a little bit odd waking up and not racing like straight away. I've just had to take it more chilled this morning. Not got out of bed until 12 o'clock, which is an absolute luxury, but it does feel a little bit strange compared to when I race at sort of 9 o'clock. But yeah, looking forward to racing. The conditions look good, overcast, not too hot, which is always the worry with an afternoon race. And I'm sure once I've got my number and everything sorted, I'll be good to go. How to run a fast half marathon.
Pre-race, kind of, but
So we just made it down to the start of the race. We're about 45 minutes till the gun goes off, so I'm just getting my race kit on, going for the Adidas Pro 4s today, and I've got some Larry Volt socks, so you'll be able to spot me out there on the course. Yeah, really looking forward to this one. The weather is literally perfect. It could have been really hot, but it's not. It's overcast, good conditions. There doesn't seem to be much wind, so I'm just going to go out, enjoy myself. It's not often that you get to race, so I'm going to soak it all in and give it my best out there, and that's all I can really ask for. Ta-da! Number 53.
all right. Good luck.
See you later.
See you on the other side then.
In a bit.
Bye.
1.
I just missed top 10%, top 1%, 21st.
That was the goal, was 20th.
Top 20, yeah.
So close, how are you feeling?
Yeah, good, yeah.
Good?
Yeah, it's hard, but
yeah?
I enjoyed it, so
yeah.
that's the main thing.
Good.
Yes. So I just finished the Stockholm Half Marathon. Overall, I'm really happy with how things went. The goal going into today's race was just to give it everything I had, and that's what I did. I found the course to be more challenging than I was expecting. There was a lot more ups and downs than I remember when I used to run in Stockholm, but the course was sort of focused on going around all the scenic places in the city, which meant we had to go up and down a few of the nastier hills. But overall, really enjoyed the experience. I think I finished in 21st position for an hour and 11 minutes or 71 minutes. In terms of my PB, it was a little bit off what I know I'm capable of, but in terms of where I'm at in my training, I think it was pretty accurate to the work that I've been putting in the last few weeks and coming back from the injury. Overall, my hamstring felt pretty good. It felt a little bit tight towards the end. As the fatigue sort of crept in, I could feel that it was niggling a little bit, and now afterwards it's a little bit stiff, but I don't think it really affected me in the race. It certainly wasn't painful, which is a really good step in the right direction. I seem to have found myself between two groups in the race. There was a group, the second group on the road that I was originally running with, that were going a little bit too fast, and then there was a group just behind me that in hindsight I probably should have ran with them. Came 21st place, which was, yeah, pretty good going into the race. I said to Meg that I would like to try and finish in the top 1%, and now there's 20,000 people doing the race today, so that would have meant coming in the top 20. So those two people that passed me in the last 1 kilometre, in hindsight I wish I'd given a bit more fight to try and stay with them, but I ended up coming 21st place, so yeah, can't complain with that. Really enjoyed it. In terms of the next 6 weeks, I feel like I've still got quite a lot of work to do if I'm going to sort of turn that pace today, which should be around marathon pace when I'm in PB shape, into marathon pace. Then yeah, there's going to be a lot of longer tempos and long runs in the next 6 weeks that will hopefully strengthen the endurance. But in terms of how that pace felt, it felt pretty good. So yeah, there's no reason in 6 weeks' time that I can't maintain a similar sort of effort for a marathon. So yeah, going to get back into training, work hard as I can, and yeah, hopefully be even fitter in 6 weeks' time. That pretty much summarises my Stockholm Half Marathon weekend. Had an absolutely great time out there, saw some familiar faces, and really enjoyed running on the streets of Stockholm where we used to live, albeit 6 years ago. So yeah, can leave here feeling hungry with the 6 weeks to come going into Chicago, and pleased that I'm back on the start line after the last few months of sort of ups and downs with this hamstring issue. Hope you enjoyed the slightly different style to this video that me and Meg have been working on since we got here. It's been sort of more of a documentary style. Let us know in the comments, did you like it, or do you prefer more of the just vloggy stuff? But until next time, aspire to run, run to inspire, and we'll see you again soon. Like and subscribe.